Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the HBAR holders. Thank you so much for all the love. Let's take a look at what's happening with HBAR as we are going into Tuesday morning. So looking across the board, we're seeing the broader market up, as you can see for yourself. Monday was a great start to the week. If you did watch my market analysis update, I'm sure you guys know what's going on. But let's take a closer look at HBAR specifically and see, what's happening. So as far as HBAR price is concerned right now, though, you're actually seeing HBAR lagging a little bit, down 2.1% on the USD side of things, and it's also down 2.3% on the Bitcoin side of things, with the price currently sitting at 14.3 cents. The valuation sitting at $6 billion dollars, and the 24-hour trading volume at 300 million. Before we get into any further, though, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. Yes, the price of HBAR is lagging right now, but there is one key component to keep in mind, which I'm going to discuss with you guys. But before we do that, let's take a look at what's happening with the Bitcoin dominance. As you can see for yourself, Bitcoin dominance, as I've discussed in my other updates, that it has been pulling down, as you can see for yourself. And in the complete opposite, what Bitcoin has been able to do is, Bitcoin actually pushed towards the upside while dominance pulling down. That is giving altcoins, more of a room to push, as we could see across the board. Now, Bitcoin, on the other hand, has seen a little bit of a minor pullback over the last, few hours to be exact. You could see for yourself, Bitcoin did end up retesting $89,214 yesterday. We did see a little bit of a pullback since then. But as far as the daily candle close is concerned, we actually closed the daily candle above $88,000. But, we are seeing a little bit of a retracement. We came down to 86,700, but still above the key support line. But the chance of us retesting this key support line is still on the table. But you are seeing the price of Bitcoin reclaiming back above $87,000 right now. As long as the price remains above this key range, I think that is a good sign. And ultimately, as you guys know in my market analysis, if the price of Bitcoin is able to remain above 88,500 key resistance, I am anticipating, the 0.50 fib zone to be retested. With that said, let's take a look at what's happening with HBAR. Let's give it a refresh live and understand what's going on. So you can see for yourself, HBAR had that major key resistance retested yesterday. I spoke to you guys about that. To see for yourself, we retested that exact same neckline. It actually had a very impressive move. A lot of people have already forgotten that. Let's go back to just November 22nd. So just 3 days back, you were seeing HBAR sitting at 12.6 cents. You saw HBAR price go up 23%. So again, it has had its, fair share of move, with the market. Yes, you're seeing a little bit of a lag, but when you look at it from, the weekly, I'm sorry, not the weekly, if you look at it from like the last 48-hour perspective, it is balancing itself out with the broader market, regardless of this retracement that we're seeing right now. As far as the retracement is concerned, you could see for yourself from that rejection at 15.5 cents, we're down about 7.9%, but it has seen about a 23% move towards the upside as well. You cannot forget that. As of now, you could see for yourself where the price is currently kind of finding support. It is around 14 cents. We actually retested that just yesterday. We saw a bounce up to 15 cents, and we're seeing a little bit of a retracement right now because, of course, Bitcoin, like I said to you guys, has also retraced down, which, of course, is having an impact on HBAR. But overall, the strength still there right now. The target itself is, of course, the 15.5 cents. You want to see the price of HBAR breaking above that and actually closing above that key range. I think that would be quite an interesting thing to see in the next wave, if Bitcoin is able to push back up and maybe break above this key range, which I think it will, at $88,800. If I'm sorry, $88,500, if it's able to break that key resistance, like I said, I am expecting 0.50 fib zone to be retested, and I think that will have a positive impact on HBAR as well. But we want to break above this key resistance. I'm not surprised at the fact that we saw a rejection at that key range, because that is a resistance. But breaking above here, I think, would be a nice start to talk about some of the other higher time frames. Got to still take it one step at a time. Let's still not forget about Bitcoin. Even though I am more confident for the market to turn things around now, based off of what I've discussed on the channel several different times. With that said, that doesn't mean it's just going to happen in one straight line. That's not how it works. You'll see major swings still. You'll still see market volatility. That's something you kind of want to keep in mind. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What are you guys doing right now? And what are your targets on HBAR? Thank you so much for all the support. And also let me know in the comments, what is your overall outlook on the year of 2026? Thank you so much. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace.